One of them is old, the other is not. Let's pop in the tape and give it a shot. It's time for Retro Reactions with Drew and Bryan.
And welcome back.
Welcome.
All right. So this week we've got a movie review of the movie Legend from 1985.
Whoa.
We based a really cool piece of jewelry off of this movie, so we're excited about that. And we have a special guest here today. We have Derek from the Jewelry This Way workshop here joining us.
I want to say hi, Derek.
So we're trying a new little segment here, bringing in guests to help us review movies because we just thought it'd be fun. So we'll start reaching out to some of our favorite piercers and see if you guys want to talk about a movie and get you here on the live stream. So
let us know if you want to join. If you're interested,
if you want to, let us know.
Hit us up. You get to pick the movie. That's, I think, the best part,
you do.
honestly.
Yeah. And Derek picked this movie.
Derek did pick this movie. Good job,
man.
Derek. Good job, Derek.
So if you've never seen Legend before, I want you to imagine a fantasy movie where the visuals are absolutely stunning. The villain is fucking incredible. And somehow the actual movie just manages to be unbearable.
Right. Glad you said it. Glad you said it.
Directed by Ridley Scott, it's about a forest boy named Jack trying to stop the Lord of Darkness from plunging into the world of eternal night after some unicorns get murdered. The problem is that most of the film feels like wandering through a foggy fairy tale screensaver while people speak in cryptic fantasy dialogue. It looks amazing, the villain rules, and everything else made me want to check the runtime every 5 minutes. And I was a little upset that Derek made me watch this.
You know, Derek did a good job picking the movie if there was no audio and I didn't have to figure out what the plot was. It was beautiful. It was beautiful, Derek. Yeah. Like, visually speaking, great job. Could not tell you what actually happened.
No, that's the cool thing about like Ridley Scott, and I completely forgot that Ridley Scott directed this movie. So you get the guy who did like, you know, Alien and Gladiator and all this crazy, and Blade Runner. So a guy who's like kind of known for really stunning visuals, not always known for the best storylines, as this movie shows.
Hey, he has the visuals down.
He nailed
right. He nailed it with the visuals. Dude. This is stunning. Like, this would have like gone viral on Tumblr a million times over had it released during then. And I think because it's a cult classic, you can find about 1,000 screen grabs on Tumblr.
Yeah.
Wow. Tumblr, huh?
It's the place.
I had a funny thing with Bryan last night. Like, in the first like 5 minutes of the movie, there's this great segment where they see unicorns off in the distance, and it cuts to the unicorns, like, you know, they're tramping along in this little creek, and then it goes back to Jack and Lily. Then it goes back to the unicorns and back to Jack and Lily, like, look, here they come. And I filmed this and I sent it to Bryan, and I'm just like, I am so sorry. This is not for you. This is not your movie.
I heard they had real unicorns in this movie.
I'm sure they did. Up
They
until
had
they
the
got
last two.
murdered.
It was actually, they were just horses. They gave them foam horns.
Boo. Bring out the real unicorns.
Yeah. Fun fact, 95% of this movie was foam.
I do believe that. I do
a lot
believe
of foam.
That. I was thinking foam or like latex for about half of it.
Nope, same as Disney World. All foam as far as the eye can see.
All the foam.
Yeah, and there are a few live trees. Like, they ended up building this on like a studio lot, I read, and it's mostly foam, but there's like a few live trees. But they they brought in all these birds. So there's real birds that were living like in the studio. And that's why, if you notice, like, the audio is clearly all like ADR, because there was so much background noise of all these birds and animals in the background that they couldn't use any of the dialogue and stuff they did during the actual filming.
That's hilarious.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Now, I read that one of the sets, at least, that had the forest in it caught fire.
God.
It did, yeah. A bunch of gas was collecting at the very top, and I guess like a night maintenance guy like came in and saw all the birds like trying to start evacuating, and then started hearing all these like popping sounds. And
Oh, man.
Jeez, the birds were trying to tell him.
Well, I'm glad they got out.
Yeah.
I
was
think the
worried
birds
about
were
them.
safe.
That's what happens when it's all
I heard
foam.
one of the foam horns was lost in the fire, but
Oh, no. Oh, we can rebuild.
we can always.
Rome was only built in foam.
And with fun facts too, there's a funny thing about, you talked about the runtime in the intro, and it's actually, the movie was originally much longer. I was reading that Ridley Scott was doing like a pre-screening, and people were like snickering. He heard people like snickering throughout it, and he thought he could smell marijuana. And he kind of had this revelation that a 2-hour fantasy movie is not going to fly in the U.S. So there's all these different cuts, but like the U.S. cut is not only 90 minutes, and there's like there's that whole like crawl in the beginning, kind of gives some like some story beats. They show the Tim Curry like devil monster up front, whereas in the other cuts he's not revealed until the very end.
Interesting.
But they
You had
kind
to
of
wait
dumb it
all
down.
the way?
Yeah.
Oh my God. No. No.
Oh, wow. I mean,
I
he
just
was
kinda
very
like-
correct in making it shorter for the U.S. because there's no way anyone's attention span
Mhm.
was kicking it like that. I was struggling. I think I watched this in like 4 individual parts, and I still think I missed like half of it. I don't know what happened. Every time I sat down, I was like, I don't know what's happening. Gotta walk away.
Yeah. No, it's very fair. And we kind of talked about this beforehand too, but they also changed the score. Like the US version has the synth wave of like Tangerine Dream doing a lot of like super cheesy synth songs. And the original cut has like more of a composed score. There's even some songs that aren't even in the US version at all.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I read that there were like 3 different endings depending on like where this movie came out at, and that they're all different. Like each one is like a completely separate vibe from each other.
Mhm.
And I like that at least they're all so wildly different music, different endings, different run times. He pretty much made the movie 3 times over.
I think a lot of
Yeah,
that was
which I
like
think is-
studio interjection too. Like because it was back in the day when
Yeah.
they had test audiences that watch things, and nowadays I feel
Test
like
audiences.
if they were watching these test audiences today, it'd be a very different story because it'd be like, oh, we smelled a lot of pot. You know, they'd be like, well, maybe we should have this. We should just really release this in states where it's legal. And
We'll make it
business
a surfer
idea.
movie.
Business idea. What if it's a theater that also has a dispensary, and when you buy the ticket for the movie, you get a couple pre-rolls, and then it's just, and you can smoke it inside while you're watching the movie, and it adds to the experience.
Your popcorn bucket comes with a pre-roll.
Yeah, I would go to that theater.
I'd be there. I'd be there in a
Oh,
heartbeat.
man.
Yeah.
There's a state that's trying to make like recreational use like allowed in public right now, and they're trying to do like open lounges where you can just like go smoke in the lounge.
Yeah.
So I think we're bringing back indoor smoking.
Yeah,
Nice.
Vegas has one of those.
I
know
think
what
Vegas
we're
is
doing
a
in
great
Vegas.
one. Yeah. Which, hey, maybe you guys will see people in Vegas going to that. You should all have a meetup. The Jewelry This Way
we could
meetup.
watch
That's
Legend.
a vape shop.
Legend screening party.
Damn it, I'm gonna be
No.
late. And not just because I'm stoned,
my
but also, yeah, I'll go to the next movie.
Right. I mean, there's
But
only an
I wonder-
entire book at the beginning of this movie you have to get through. So like if you're a little late, I think it's okay.
Okay, but the
Yeah.
lore.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. Maybe if you solve 8 riddles in a row, you'll figure out what you missed.
Oh God.
I feel like this whole
There
movie
actually
was
was,
exclusively written in riddles.
There was a riddle scene cut from the U.S. version with one of the goblins. Like he has to answer some questions, I think, and that was completely cut. So yeah, that
Bring it
was
back.
that's very funny. But a cool tie-in, I think, from your movie last week is that Mia Sara, this was her first movie ever. She was the girlfriend in Ferris Bueller's Day Off that you guys watched last week.
Whoa.
Look at
And
you.
Tom Cruise
Yeah.
was in this, who was also in Risky Business, which was the movie that he did before
Yeah.
Legend, when he was still kind of an unknown actor.
I can tell you, I did
Yeah.
not recognize him as Tom Cruise in this movie. That is for sure. He came on the screen and I was like, I don't know who this child is, but that is not Tom.
Well, his entrance is hilarious. Like I think it's one of the few notes I wrote where like he enters like a nimbly little forest elf, just like jumps in, and she's like, "Jack, you scared me, you little minx, you." Ugh.
Do you remember that Skittles commercial, or maybe it was Starburst commercial from like the 2000s? They're like, berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream. I kind of wonder if they got that from Tom Cruise.
Strictly derived from this movie, Tom Cruise.
No, just Tom Cruise in general.
That's fair. That's fair.
Just in
Just in
general.
general.
Yeah, I could see that.
His
Yeah.
general vibe is very berries and cream.
Are Starbursts connected to Scientology?
Isn't everything?
Everything's connected.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
Derek's over there mind blown.
Oh man! So another great actor that was in this, Tim Curry,
Love.
phenomenal actor in so
Would
many
never know.
wonderful movies that we all love, like Rocky Horror Picture Show, Home Alone 2. That was probably like the highlight of his career. Probably not, but that's what I'm going to say it was.
In my opinion.
But yeah, he plays the devil in this, and
the
Good
devil.
Lord. Like the practical effects and the costuming and
It's
the makeup is just
insane.
nuts. His horns made out of foam.
All
But
foam.
allegedly it took about 5 hours to put him into that every day.
You know, he sat through like a lot of makeup.
So much.
So like in so many movies, especially in this one, and like he came on the screen and I was like, that must be the devil. That must be Tim Curry. Could never have told you that without knowing he was in this movie as the devil though.
No.
Like he does not look like himself. He looks like the devil. He looks giant and large and very spooky and doomy and gloomy. And his voice, I didn't catch it in the voice either, like I thought I would, which was very fun. He did a good job.
Yeah, and I think he's doing that makeup. This is back in the 80s, so there's no cell phones, there's no smartphones, there's nothing to flip through. He probably has to have his eyes closed for big. So he's not even reading a book. He's just napping, I guess.
Just chilling.
He was probably like streaming some audiobooks.
He was doing something. He's probably talking to everybody.
Well, I guess back in the, you could just have an assistant just reading a book to him.
Yeah, true.
Probably.
The old version of streaming. Yeah.
I must know how they got his nails so radioactive lime green in that first opening
was
scene. I need to know
incredible.
what OPI color that is. It was throwing me. I was like, his eyes and his nails, they match. I love it. I need the color match.
There's that gross scene too where he's got that nail like so close to that goblin's face.
Also,
Bix or
those
whatever.
goblins' noses are crazy.
Crazy.
The
I thought
fingernail and the
I really
nose were the
thought-
same length, and both were extremely uncomfortably long. It was so freaky. I had to pause the movie. I was like, what is happening right now?
Well, it's because goblin boogers are really big.
So they need a big fingernail. I see. Big brain
Well,
activity.
the real legend in this movie is that if his fingernail, a goblin nose, and a unicorn horn all touch at the same time,
And that's what produces all the fog in this movie.
that's
We
all-
figured it
where all
out.
the fog comes from.
Yeah. I want to know what the budget was for fog machines in this movie.
It had to be
This is a
astronomical.
lot.
Minimum
Like a
50.
lot.
Minimum
Yeah.
50 on set at a time running. It was like being in Washington.
It was more than Cirque du Soleil, and they use a hell of a lot of fog. But
Do you think it was fog machines, or do you think people were just smoking on set?
I don't know, because then the director would have known that it was potheads that were going to enjoy this movie.
It could have been a cigarette.
Oh, gross.
I mean, maybe that's why the story got kind of lost because they were all smoking. It's like that. There's that old like footage of a bunch of like cops burning all that cannabis or something, and they're all getting kind of high.
Right.
It's just
You
like
make a
that's
good
going
point,
on,
though.
and
It
then,
was
like,
the 80s. It could have been people just chain smoking cigarettes. It could
Literally.
have just been the director and like the
No
grips just
fog
smoking.
budget.
There's
Just
no fog,
really
just chain
trying to
smoking.
figure this out. Really keeps adjusting the ending, keeps adjusting the music.
Mm-hmm.
They're chain smoking on that set. I know it.
put that budget towards goblin noses. Save that we got our own fog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Their foam and cigarette budget were equal.
Just like here at Jewelry this way.
Oh,
Welcome. This movie was absolutely wild. Can we also talk about the names of these characters? The names were so, I don't know, they weren't really
Boring.
names. It was Princess, Darkness, a Forest Child. I had to look up the names of the characters because I felt like I didn't know what their names were. And it's because they didn't get names. They got descriptions.
and Jack.
Jack. Yeah, Jack was mentioned in that opening crawl. I don't know if you missed
Jack.
it amongst all that great lore.
Oh, in the initial
they do
lore, we got
mention-
Jack and Lily. And then they proceeded to call
Jack and
Lily
Lily.
the princess. And I was just like, okay.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I was like, so is this our girl? There was one person named Screwball, though. I think that was one of the little goblin guys. And that was a great name.
And Gump. There was that little Gump guy.
Gump. That was more, I felt like his name was a sound effect. Like, that's kind of how I felt when he came on screen.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't tell. Like, is this a 9-year-old or a 39-year-old?
Right?
Yeah.
People say
I
that
think it was
about me
Gump.
a
Was that
lot.
Gump? Yeah.
What's this
They do.
tall child
Hear
doing?
Yeah. And I say it's neither of those. He's 5.
So, in terms of talking about Jack, Tom Cruise was not the first pick for this. He was actually
Really?
up against Johnny Depp, Jim Carrey, and Robert Downey Jr. for this role, which
Whoa.
I don't understand how those 4 people overlapped for this one role.
No, but I could see Jim Carrey in this role,
I could too.
but like as the mask.
Jim Carrey as the devil.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
It's Carrey versus Curry.
How's that never been a thing? That's incredible. I love that.
Yeah. Johnny Depp would have been a weird fit. Same with Robert Downey Jr.
But like, I could
Wouldn't
see
have worked.
Johnny Depp really wanting to be in this movie.
Yes, absolutely.
I could see him being like, "This is my thing. Let me in."
Also, fire the director. Where's Tim Burton?
Everyone will get real skinny real
Amazing.
fast.
Amazing.
Oh my goodness.
What other notable
Yeah.
things you got from this movie, Dirk?
Tell us about it.
I mean, the main thing was like the iconography of Tim Curry, like with his devil, his darkness character, and I really thought that was more prominent of a role. But like that's the thing I remember from that movie and being scared of that. I also there's a weird scene where there's it's a little speck of light that's flying around like a fairy, and then all of a sudden like she comes to life and she's like, "Kiss me, Jack, kiss me," and she's like all disheveled, looks like she just woke up from a nap and is all like ends up trying to trick him to kiss her. Do you remember? I can't remember why she wanted him to kiss her.
I have no idea. She just literally came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It caught me so incredibly off guard when that happened because she's so disheveled. She's not like a cutie little fairy that's like, "Hi, I'm a fairy." She's not like Tinkerbell. This looks like a gremlin with wings that's like, "Kiss me." You're like, "Where'd you come from? You were just a cute little
she kinda
speck of
looks like-
dust."
What's that? This might be dating us a little bit, but like that doll from Mallrats, Cynthia, Angelica's doll with the crazy hair.
From Rugrats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This,
She
like,
was like a
everywhere.
fairy version of Cynthia with that creepy hair and like, "Kiss me, kiss me."
She was terrifying. It's like me when I wake up first thing in the morning, like just hair everywhere, angry, mumbling.
Yeah, same.
She was freaky. This was
Yeah.
one of those moments where I also had stopped paying attention because I didn't know what was happening, and then she showed up, and I jumped back into it. I was like, "Oh," I was like, "She's yelling at me to kiss her. I gotta go. I gotta leave right now."
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, so it's like I don't know if we really like. I don't know. I can't remember if you guys like recommend movies. I don't know if there's something I'd recommend. Like if someone hasn't ever seen this, I don't know if it's a movie you could go and watch for the first time. Like unless you kind of said like have it in the background, just look at the visuals and do something else because it's a beautiful movie. But just to sit and pay attention to it, ooh man.
Unless you're
Even
like
the 90-minute
really,
cut.
really into like Shakespeare and like poetry and things, if you're like super into poetry, I think you could get with it. There's a lot of rhyming. There's just a lot of dialogue that you really have to be paying attention to. But if you're not going to pay attention to the movie, you just want to see it because it's pretty. You turn this on, you turn on some good music over top of it, and like it's very vibey. It's very pretty. It's very cool. It's cool to look up and see it, but like you got to pay attention if you're going to watch it.
If you put on Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon at exactly 4 minutes and 20 seconds into the movie, it starts syncing up in the most magical way.
Perfect. I know what we're doing later.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get Bryan to watch this movie all over again.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But
I also heard if you do that with, I know you guys watch Little Shop of Horror. If you start Bloodhound Gang's debut album at the 5-second mark of Little Shop of Horror, there's some incredible things that happen.
Oh,
I have heard that.
Oh.
Yeah. It gives Audrey, too, a whole new character.
okay.
I think his video froze. Either way, it's a good ending point.
It's good. It's good. Come on.
Well, it looks like we
Wi-Fi.
have some technical difficulties. Anyhow, it's that part of the movie review where we stick our hands out like this and give our vote on it in 1, 2, 3. Oh,
I know.
2 thumbs down. Not for us, but maybe you like it.
Again, very, very pretty, very cool movie, very cool practical effects. Just so hard to watch.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what's not hard to watch, though?
hear you again.
The jewelry that we made named after this movie.
it's not. It's super easy to look
Super
at.
easy to look
It's
at.
just as pretty as the movie is, and it doesn't talk.
Nope.
And I think that's a win. What can you say?
Man, that was so awesome to have Derek here talking about that movie with us.
It was so fun to have Derek
Super
here.
fun. I can't wait to have more guests on here.
Me too. It's
Yeah.
gonna be so much fun.
So, The Legend End, we like this piece so much better than we like the movie.
So much better than the movie.
Yeah,
like
it's-
the movie was great, just not our cup of tea.
No, but
Not
this
for
little
us.
guy is my cup of tea.
This is it.
You got a 1.25 millimeter stone accented with a 1 millimeter stone above it. These guys are like 4 millimeters tall, maybe.
At,
They
like,
are tiny, tiny.
Max. They're so incredibly small. Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
And you will love the price point on them. It's
Oh, yeah.
incredible. And you will love that you can save 15% off
my
now through
God.
Friday, using that code up above, Legend JTW is going to get you 15% off at checkout.
That is some good savings.
Yeah, it is for wholesale customers only. So can't use it on retail stuff, but you can use
Tell
it.
your piercer to stock JTW.
Yeah, if they don't, tell them to, and tell them to watch our live stream. They can get
Yeah.
sweet discounts and all that good
These are
stuff.
cool discounts all the time.
Yep. Anything else you want to say about this jewelry?
These are just so precious. You can kind of see them up above us. They're very small. They're very petite. This is like super crazy zoomed in so that you can see the detail. But from afar, these are so little. And I really love that they're just like this teardrop shape. It's a little different from normal, but it fits so well in a nostril, so well in like a forward helix and a tragus. Like it's just, I don't know. I think they're so
Philtrum
cute.
piercing.
A tiny little philtrum would be so cute with this.
Super cool.
New ideas.
Yeah.
These are great. You're going to love them. And like Bryan said, the price point on these are fantastic to begin with. And you get the extra 15% off, which is even more savings. Like these are just a crazy good deal. And there's no limit on how many you can grab. So you can stock them while you can.
Yeah. Keep me busy. Keep me setting gemstones in them.
Yeah.
So if you don't know, after we finish up this live stream every week, we generally will go live on TikTok in about anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes or however long it takes us to get set up and how many technical difficulties I have.
We'll see.
Today is not going too well.
But you can catch us on TikTok setting gems. We've
Yeah.
actually set some of the legend ends a couple of times. Like, these
did.
were
Yep.
so much fun to set. Or
Might do some
I
more
didn't do
today.
anything, but it was fun to watch you work.
Thank you.
These are cool. But yeah, you guys can catch us on there. It's gonna be fun. We won't talk about the Legend movie again though.
No.
We don't double up. So new
Nope.
live, new vibe.
But if you did miss us talking about that Legend movie, you can check out our YouTube channel at Jewelry This Way. We post all of our movie reviews up on there, so that way you can check them out later in case you missed the live streams. So, do that. Give us a like and subscribe. Click that bell. Whatever those people say all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can check out our other movie reviews though. They've been super fun. But this is our first one with a guest. So if you want to be a guest, you want to come on this show and hang out, you get to pick the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You can pick a good one. I vote next week we do the new dinosaur series with Morgan Freeman. And we just talk about all of our new dinosaurs. I think that's the move.
I love dinosaurs.
I love dinosaurs.
So
I think
it's pretty easy for me.
just stay tuned next week, guys. You got dinosaurs coming.
Or not.
Maybe.
We
We'll
don't
see.
know.
We could get to
don't
next
know.
week and change our mind.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate you watching.
Thanks
if
for
you need anything,
coming.
you know where we're at. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. There it is. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.